Hey YouTube land, Johnny B here with another cooking video. I'm going to do a bottom round roast in the slow cooker, the crock pot, and this recipe is awesome. I could prep it, get it ready, but my wife's got to show me how she does the gravy and stuff in the morning, but we're going to complete this video. By the way, you've seen it on YouTube. There you go. Alright, I watched it on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube too, so let's slap on the old GoPro. I've been cooking all day. I made some corn chowder. You could check out that video. I made these egg rolls. I air fried them. By the way, tomorrow it's going to be McCormick brown gravy, 2 packets. So we're leaving those there. So I'm going to show you what I have here. So right here, I just trimmed as much fat off of a bottom round roast. This was 3.5 pounds. After I took the fat off, it's probably a 1/4 pound. No, I'm only kidding. There was a lot of fat. There's a hole on the bottom end. There's a whole strip, obviously. And where I cut, like, the family's not into the whole fat thing. I don't mind it so much, but when you're doing crock pot, it's rubbery, it's no good. So yeah, we're just gonna get this started. So I'm gonna use this as my dirty hand, that's my clean hand. So we're gonna throw that into the slow cooker. I want to show you this guy though. This is incredible. I don't know, Kuhn Recon Swiss design chopper. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much 5 cloves of garlic in there. A couple smaller pieces. I don't know if you could see this or not, but it's like a lawnmower. All chopped up. Okay. Look at that. Not too shabby. Okay, so what you want to do, here's the deal. You take extra virgin olive oil. Put quite a bit on top. Coat it good. Don't be shy with it. Okay. Whoop, that went to the floor. Not a problem. Paprika. Okay. Actually, we're running low. Lots of it. Garlic. Done. I'm going to put 2 bay leaves in there soon, but we're going to rub all this in. Just take everything from the bottom. Take that garlic. Rub it all over. By the way, I did use my dirty hand on the paprika, didn't I? So I'm going to have to wash that thing, but we'll be alright. Coat it good so you can see how oily it is, how much paprika is on there. Okay. You see how red it is? Garlic all over this sucker. Anything on the bottom, put in there. Now, take a red wine. This one here happens to be Chateau Saint Michel, Cabernet. You can use a Merlot. You want to pour this around, not on top, but around the roast. And let's go. Reason you're doing this is because you want that flavor to stay on the roast. That's quite, I should have a little bit more in there. I'm going to add a little bit more. Okay, Liberty Creek Merlot. I put a Chardonnay in there, but it's alright. That's about how much you want. Maybe a little bit more. Alright, that's good. That's good. So you're going to let this sit overnight. Alright. This is going to marinate. Oh, by the way, 2 bay leaves. Just let them sit on top. This is going to marinate overnight, and then my wife is going, this is her recipe. I know how to prep it. But she is going to show me how to use, I think she had some water in the morning. We put this on high for 4 hours, low for 8. I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. So we do add some water. We take this out, let it rest. In the meantime, we're going to make our gravy. and then this will go back in and soak. This is unbelievable. So again, lots of extra virgin olive oil, about 5 cloves of garlic, lots of paprika to cover it. Rub it all in, add the wine around the edge, not on top of the roast, and put 2 bay leaves in there and let it sit overnight. And I'll be back in the morning to finish this off with you. Thanks. Alright, it is 6 in the morning and the pot roast was marinating overnight, as you can see. Let's get down a little bit closer. Smells really good already. So what I have here is a cup and a half of water. So what you want to do is pour that around the pot roast. Okay, cup and a half over the wine that we did last night. We're gonna throw this on high for 4 hours. Oh, it'd be good if I plugged it in, wouldn't it? It's 6 in the morning, and you don't have to wake up this early to do this, but we like to have it ready because we can make sandwiches throughout the day. But 4 hours on high, and we are good to go. So I will see you in 4 hours to cut it up and make the gravy with it. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so it's been about 3.5 hours. Whew. That aside. Making a mess already. It's a little steamy on my lens, but let's redo. So you take the pot roast out, put it on a board, and let's let that rest for roughly 10 minutes. And then it's time to make the gravy. Let's pull this in. So we use the McCormick's Brown gravy. And I need my whisk. So just use a whisk and just incorporate the gravy in. That's 1 packet. Make sure you have no lumps. I'm just going to back this off because the steam is fogging up the lens. Here's a 2nd packet. Can't do this left-handed. Let's see. Oh, maybe. Hidden talents I didn't know I had. It's kind of like tap. How do you rub your belly and tap your head at the same time? Make sure I got all this out. There we go. Switch hands here. Let's take a look and see if we need more or not. Let me just whisk all this in. Okay, so back at the gravy, just without the McCormick's, the wine and the garlic and all that alone smells really awesome. So I just give this a taste. After 2 packets, just a little bit dull. I'm going to add a 3rd bag. So the water that I put in earlier before I added this is just to kind of determine how much gravy you want. So the amount of water you put in. By the way, I believe on the video I put in 1.5. A little bit later I added a half, so I ended up doing 2 cups of water. Make sure all that white powder, McCormick's gravy, is incorporated in there. Let me back up a little bit because the steam again is probably clogging the lens, but you don't want any lumps. A simple whisk will take care of that. Okay, so after the third bag, give it another taste. Much better. Yes, now it tastes like gravy. So that was 3 bags. Don't add salt. If you remember, when we seasoned the pot roast, we didn't do salt and pepper because the McCormick's has a lot of salt in it. You don't want to add salt. I'm just going to add a little bit of cracked pepper. And don't forget, oh, hold on a minute because it's loud. Okay. This will thicken up because we're going to go 4 more hours on the crock pot on high. But right now the roast has been resting, so I'm just going to let that sit. We're going to come over here. I have an electric knife, and we're going to cut this in thin pieces. So I'm just going to start here. You can see real thin. See, I'm only using, what, 1/8 of an inch maybe in between? Okay, that's all cut. You can see the thin pieces. And again, this looks overcooked, but you don't have to worry about that because this melts in your mouth. You go another 4 hours submerged in this gravy that we made. Okay, so we just throw this down in here, back into the crock pot. Make sure you grab all the goodies that are left on this board too. You have some garlic here, all that garlic. Oh, lost one. So just get it all submerged in the gravy. Just like that. Just move it around until it's down inside there. Just move these around. Perfect. Good. Just like that. That's what you want. Oh, didn't cut that one all the way through. No problem, it'll fall apart. And then we are going to go 4 more hours on high. Add the time here. And we're good for 4 more hours, and then we'll be back to have the taste test. One other thing I want to mention, I did set it at 4, but it might even be done in 3. So we're going to come back in 3 hours and check this out. And we're gonna have the taste test, but we kind of already did that. The gravy is your that's your foundation, but we'll be back after 3 hours. Take a look at it. All right, guys, we are close to the 3 hour mark. I only back up because that is going to fog my lens, but we are done. So if you take a good look here, watch, look at that. Just falls right apart. So I put together a little sandwich here. Grab yourself some good Italian bread. This is French bread. And just throw some of this goodness. Let me make some room here. Throw some of this goodness right on here. Look, it just falls right apart. I put a little mayo on there. A lot of people hate mayonnaise. I don't know. But I've met one of my jobs, I couldn't believe there was like 7 people who hated mayonnaise, and I've never heard of that before. But do whatever you want here. So I am going to later on make some mashed potatoes and asparagus for dinner, but right now this is a little lunch. So we're gonna give it the old college try. This recipe never fails. Never fails. It tastes so good. That's going to do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'm going to devour this sandwich. I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.